Hey, Baron here from Dungeon Builder Hobbies. Today we are going to be painting a Bone Naga. This mini is from Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures by WizKids. In my current D&D game, we're gearing up to go to a city of Yuan-Ti, the snake people from Dungeons and Dragons. And basically I am trying to paint up as many Yuan-Ti, snake folk, snake creature minis as possible for whenever we get to that, because when we get there, the party is going to be somewhat higher level. I'm not going to say what level, in case any of those guys watch this. Hey guys. So yeah, let's get painting. All right, so here is our model, this Bone Naga. Pretty straightforward. It's just a snake skeleton monster. When it comes to painting bone, I've seen people take strong tone wash or just a darker wash in general and just layer and layer and layer over the bone. So we're gonna try that today, see how well that works. Remember to get all the spots. Worst thing when you go back and take pictures or you're looking at your mini after you've painted it and you're like, yeah, I'm done. Worst thing is seeing spots you missed. I can already tell I've got some. I'm gonna worry about the inside just yet. I'm just gonna try and get the sides and the top done. Important thing is when you have the pulling, all that wash is pulling in there, just make sure you go back through and kind of smooth it back out. That way there's not a whole lot of dark spots in there. I'm not gonna promise I'll get every single one of them, but I'm sure gonna try. Alright, we got outside done. Now let's start here on the inside. The good thing is we don't have to worry about all this down here. So there we've got first layer on the outside, first layer on the inside, one whole layer done. Really liking how it's turning out so far. So I think we'll let it sit for a sec, let it dry a little bit, and we'll hit it with another coat and figure out how I'm feeling from there. We'll do the base and then we'll glue it down, and that's all she wrote. Alright, so I just finished the second layer, and I gotta say, I really like this. I think it kind of looks like old, gross, aged bones. I think once it dries, it'll look really, really awesome. So I set this guy down in front of the air conditioner, let him dry. I did notice when I picked him up, there's a few random spots that I didn't quite get all the pulled stuff out of, but that's okay. I'm not looking for a masterpiece on this. This is meant to be table ready. Just throw it down and let's roll. So I went back and forth on what to use. Judging by the lighter-ish color of that, I kind of want to do a darker base. So I think we're gonna go with Dark Wood Speed Paint from Army Painter. For the parts around the guy here, I'm going to use a smaller brush, and then for this big old section here, I'll just switch back to my big brush. So let's get going. Alright, so I'm really not having a good time with this. It's such a pain to get in underneath every single one of these spiky legs without getting paint on the parts of the bone that I've already done. So that is why you should always paint your base first. It's been said multiple times by multiple people. I never remember to do the base first because I'm just so excited to get started on the other parts, and then I forget. And then we end up in situations like this. I do think that going with the darker color is going to look good with that. So we'll keep going and it'll be real fun. A lot of this I'm having to push my camera out of the way so I can get my face right down next to the table to kind of see everything down in there. So the inside is obscenely worse because all of the spikes, the rib cage there, they're way closer together, and it's just hard to get your brush in there without getting all over everything. So I took a drop from the bottle here, put it on there, and I just kind of let gravity do its work, and I'm trying to smooth it out as we go. So we'll see how that ultimately turns out. I got a lot of excess here that I needed to spread out, so we'll see. All right, we're gonna get some more gravity action here. See how this works. It kind of worked. I think maybe I just need to. Ooh, there we go. It's oh gosh, it's doing something. Okay, that was a horrible idea, but we did it. We have to smooth that out now. Good job, good job. Okay, so relying on gravity, probably not the best idea. A few of my spines, the ribs down here, a lot of brown on them. But that's okay. So this thing is pretty well dry. Sit in front of the good old air conditioner again. So just gonna go in with a little bit of P3 Moro White from the new P3 line. Really big fan of this so far. Maybe do a few touch-ups on some of this down in here, as well as a little bit of a slight bit of a dry brush. My cardboard dry brushing thing. I don't know what to call it. Hit those highlights. Try and do a little bit of touch up here on those spines, and I already said that, so I'll just show you now. So what I've done, I've taken my white paint here, and I took a small little dab from the dark wood speed paint, mixed it in there to kind of get it close. Is it perfect? No, but I think it'll do what we need it to do. We'll just kind of hit that like that. Just a few over here, but it also kind of makes it look like this guy's been trudging through the muck. And we don't have to get it perfect. That's the beauty of this. Is we can tell the story of this monster and what it's done, and not have to worry about a whole lot of fixing of things. I think I got all the parts that I really wanted to get there. So now we'll put our wash over that, and it's eye time. Alright, so we are going to use purple tone for that down in there, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, there is the purple tone down in there. You know, I could lie to you and say I think that looks fantastic, but I can't see the color purple very well. Color deficiency, color blindness, whatever you want to call it. That's really fun for me. Reds, greens, and purples, so maybe someone else can tell me if that looks purple or not. So I'm gonna go set this in front of the air conditioner, let it dry, and then we'll finish it up. Alright, it's dry enough that I'm not worried about handling it and pulling some paint off. So we'll get our yellow here. Just have a very, very small dab. A little bit of water on my paintbrush. We're gonna go very small. I'm gonna try and zoom in so we can see this. Okay, there is our Naga's face. I like it. All right, so we have our Naga. A few little hiccups there in the paint job, in the paint process, but it's okay. This guy is meant to sit on a table and be handled, be played, used for Dungeons and Dragons. It's been a long time coming. I've had this model for quite a while and I'm very excited to finally have it painted. Thank you for watching Dungeon Builder Hobbies. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. See ya.